episode of 1923 Main Street.
Home of everything to do with travel in style. We are your hosts.
I am Mike Bellabraddock.
And I'm Amelia Bellabraddock. And today, the after dark styling, casual wear for evening events and maybe even some fireworks.
Yes, you go on a Disney vacation and everybody talks a lot about, the sun, the heat, and all that stuff. But we think not enough attention is paid for the Disney After Dark style guide. So we're going to give you some thoughts about how to transition from daytime to nighttime wear, especially if you want a sort of cool, elegant style to your Disney After Dark.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of layers that go into after dark wear, whether it's the type of event you're going to after dark or the weather or even the looks that you just don't get to wear throughout the day. There's a lot of things you can do with the after dark options.
Because the vibe of the parks, even not the parks, Disney Springs, hotels, wherever you are, really changes at night. And so your outfit should change as well.
Exactly.
So let's start, you mentioned layers. Let's start right away with talking about layering if you're transitioning into night. And it's going to be slightly different if it's a warmer time of year or a cool time of year. Because, what's the difference between daytime and nighttime?
Well, obviously the temperature and the heat of the sun is a big one. And you talk a lot about during the day, the different breathability of t-shirts or tank tops versus t-shirts and the different lengths of pants and shorts and everything like that. But what you want to have ideally would be options so that if you have a cute t-shirt on during the day, you can just pop a hoodie or a sweater on over that and go for night.
So you're going to try to coordinate those or do you not have to worry about coordination if you're putting something over top maybe, unless you're going to take it off when you go inside, right? Things to think about. There's
lots of options. You also don't necessarily have to put on another sweater on top. I usually like to, if I'm going back out, I'll switch the pants. Like this is the one I'll bring out the jeans. I can do a lot of cute outfits for the jeans. This is where I can bring out, like leggings instead of shorts, different things like that. And then keep sort of at the cute top option, whatever I was wearing. Another thing for me is the colors versus the daytime where you're always avoiding the heavy colors.
Yeah, the dark colors.
You're like, don't wear black. It absorbs the sun. Now I can wear whatever I want, whatever looks cute with my outfit. I can bring out. So that's also something to consider if I have stuff that I want to wear, if I have stuff that works for a specific part. That's the vibes.
Now, what about accessorizing? So, you talked about tones. Let's talk about that too, sort of sparkles and tones and things like that. Because nighttime Disney, it does call for something a little extra. It's more
so
elegant,
sparkly.
casual, and park chic. I mean, think about Main Street, U.S.A. at night twinkling, or when the fireworks are on. That's a really cool atmosphere. So you want to incorporate some sparkle. I don't know how I do that as much.
I love to do a little bit more.
Yeah, so how do you add sparkle?
Honestly, sometimes I would go bolder at night. You got to go a little bit more classic in the day and then the older patterns or designs at night. If you have, if you're a Mickey ears type of person, there's lots of different shimmery kinds of Mickey ears. If you have jewelry, you can have a little bit more maximalist jewelry, a lot of the cute pieces like that. Even shirts sometimes that are brighter colors obviously are more subdued at night when it's not in the middle of the day. So then I would pull them out so that you can see them more.
Or like you said, you can go with the navies or charcoals, those dark heathers, things like that.
During the day, I very much go for the pale beiges, light colors, pastels, things like that. And then in the nighttime, I go for the full opposite end of the spectrum, whether that's super bright or super dark. It's still very far from the earthy tones that I'll pull out at other times.
Now, let's say you're going to transition. Let's say you're in the parks and you're taking that last castle photo of the day. It's golden hour and you've got now a dining reservation at a signature restaurant. What kind of outfit would you have planned to wear from that style that flows from day to evening?
Well, it depends on the type of restaurant you're going to, but a lot of the restaurants at Disney...
Let's say it's a nicer one.
Yeah, they're nicer, but they're not crazy fancy.
Yeah,
it's
they're
not like you're
Victorian Alberts.
heading to Victorian Alberts and you need to have your floor-length dress on in the Magic Kingdom. Although, cute photos. But you want to go for a little bit of a mixture. And this is usually where I find myself with style. Anyway, you can have your Disney graphic t-shirt on or whatever and then tuck it into a cute mini skirt or have, a more casual outfit on but have a blazer in your bag so that you can pull it over or even high-waisted shorts and then tuck something in to make it look chic, or pull on your button-up shirt that was more of a throw on, throw off, cover up in the day, and now it looks nice in the restaurant. All things like that fit together very nicely.
And when we're talking about design of graphic t-shirts, so if you're someone who likes to wear graphic t-shirts, this is really where the subtle Disney style that we incorporate into all our theme park inspired designs really comes into play, because it's not the loud, kitschy, sort of cheesy. Ours are very subtle, elegant, with a nuance that work perfectly both in the park. But then if you're going to, California Grill or some other nice little place, Narcoossee's, that won't look out of place because they're obnoxious type of thing. So
yeah,
if you like graphic tees, those are the subtle ones that we produce that work well.
If you're feeling really bold, you can always try and theme it together.
In what way?
Like if you're going to California Grill and you want to have a California-like inspired Disney t-shirt.
Oh, we do have some West Coast wine or food and wine. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You gotta, if you're feeling really adventurous, tie it together. Tie the piece that works at both the restaurant and whatever you're doing that park day.
So put some thought into your outfit, you're saying.
Yeah. Or even if it's not exactly the graphic t-shirt, whatever fits both vibes. Kind of hard if you're doing, like Animal Kingdom and then Narcoossee's not exactly the same. But you can think of something.
Yeah, or even, if you're going to a lounge or, Enchanted Rose or Trader, something like that. Some of our sort of monorail style, understated graphic tees would work well.
Even swapping out like your jean shorts for a skirt. A skirt's very easy to shove into a bag. Even swapping those out, you could still take cute pictures at Enchanted Rose and look at a place if you have like a nice skirt on with a graphic t-shirt. Like it's still Disney World, but that's just a little quick fix to elevate your style and stay on brand.
Yeah. And then finally, you mentioned accessorizing earlier. As I said, I don't really accessorize, but there are a lot of things you can do, from jewelry to headbands, ears, bags, even your shoes, right? Like, how would you do transitional accessorizing?
Well, I think there's a lot of different aspects with this. Some of it involves dual wear. So some of it is like, would you wear these shoes both places? And then otherwise, can you shove a quick pair in your bag? You have to think about if you're wearing shoes. It kind of depends how much you've brought. But like for me, I have a nice, ideally crisp pair of white running shoes that I think are cute for the parks, and they can be dressed up. That's very common nowadays, is wearing sneakers with nicer wear. It's not going to look super out of place
especially at Disney World.
Exactly, as long as they're not. So in those days, I would try not to wear my totally wrecked, rain-soaked, destroyed pair of sneakers, not for a little bit of a nicer pair if I had them. Or, comfy sandals if I'm not walking around the parks a ton. I'm not a flip-flop in the park person, but if I have comfortable walking sandals that are cute that I can multi-use for a drink after and the parks, I consider those as well.
Yeah, so there you have it. Put some thought into your daytime to nighttime transition, because nighttime does deserve its own special vibe, and you can do it if you think ahead. Everyone thinks of the daytime castle photo pictures, maybe not so much of the after dark pictures, or they don't care because there's cool pictures on Main Street, and it makes a difference if you're wearing sort of one of those loud multicolored t-shirts or something a little bit more subtle and elegant with the rest of your outfit that still looks good in the day, but at night will also fit into the whole mood that pretty much every park, resort, downtown Disney, hotels, they all have a very, very different atmosphere at night.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, everyone. Thanks as always for listening. Follow along on social media at 1923 Main Street. Visit the shop at 1923mainstreet.com. We will see you again next week. And as always, roam freely and wear boldly.
Bye-bye.